so far it's just one. got him. That's the dangest thing I've ever seen. That's the dangest thing I've ever seen. That turkey was coming to us and flew back up in the tree. That was Jake's in there he saw. And it pissed him off, so he flew back up in that tree and waited till they left and flew back down.
That's what that yelping was.
Yeah.
A real soft, weird yelp.
That's those 4 Jakes.
There's a hen in the field.
Dude, you did perfect. I thought he was going to bust us. I mean, he was right there on the limb. He was strutting and
He couldn't make a noise.
gobble one time.
He was looking right down the lane, seeing if we were there.
I know. I was scared he was going to see you stuck out in that road.
I knew if I stood still and acted like a stump.
Dude, that was awesome. That was awesome. You did perfect. And he was looking at us the whole time, because when he pitched down, he came right here. You shot him, what, 20 yards?
Maybe. How do you?
He was coming right to us. That dude's smart. What kind of spurs did he got? Pretty decent ones, or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty turkey. So do you think that's the one we were hunting last Sunday?
I think so.
I do too.
I'm breeding some.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a pretty turkey. That was a pretty hunt. I've been hunting 40 years and I don't know that I've ever seen one get fired up, pitch down, come to us, and then right at the last minute fly back up in a different tree.
Mm-hmm.
I may have, I just don't remember.
Well, I think I have.
Well, you have now, brother. It's been a good day.
That's that houndstooth ghost cut I was using. I showed you.
Yep. We got him.
Awesome ghost cut. Look, he's got that top hat that Hunter's talking about.
So I think we know who his daddy is.
I think so.
Oh, 82 and 1.
82 and 1.
Yep.
That's pretty sweet.
That's a good shot too, close as he was. He saw something. His head was bobbing and weaving, and I don't know if I got the shot on camera, but I was scared to move too much as close as he was.
Right.
I got him strutting in the tree some on camera. But
That's good. What it was there's a privet hedge right here. Directly in front of this pine that I was sitting on. I heard you say he's going to our left. I was like, oh crap. That's where I didn't want him to go.
yep.
So when I first saw him, I saw the top of his head, barely white, and I thought he was like 40 yards away. You know, the rest of his head was blue.
Mm-hmm.
And it popped out, and I was like, oh, smokes.
Yeah, he was
right
not.
there.
He was not 40 yards.
I had to like duck down below a limb going across.
You put it on him.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty turkey. That's the first longbeard we've killed on this place. What, 2 years, 3 years? But the future's promising because we saw 8 jakes last Sunday, didn't we?
Right here.
Right here, yeah. We saw 8 jakes at the same time. So, like a lot of people in Mississippi, the hatch was good last year, and the next couple of years ought to be fun.
I think a lot of what helped was the trapping. We did a lot.
I do too. The last 2 years we've really trapped this place hard. You know, and our hatches have been really good. Of course, the weather's been conducive for that too. So, but I think
that's where we had a trap.
Yeah.
This year, there's a ring
when
around
you set up. Yeah.
That might be the fruits of our labor.
Might be.
All right.
She got 9.5, 10-inch inch spurs.
That was real pretty.
He's been here a couple of years. That was a pretty hunt. Every time we come back here to this little food plot, we have a unique hunt. If y'all can see, it's a little food plot right down this road. And we didn't quite make it to it today. We were trying to get in here as quickly as we could because we were going to set up here and start here no matter what. And we got about 50 yards down the road and kind of stopped, and he gobbled, and we did not expect him to be that close. So we had to scramble.
The last time we got one caught off guard like that, me and Chase had to stop on the road. Was that turkey we killed on Eva's birthday?
Yep.
It was in near about the same spot today, this morning.
Y'all were coming up the same road. Yeah. And I think Chase filmed it, and he said we can't make it to the plot.
Yeah, we can't make it.
Well, that's the plot he was talking about right there. And we couldn't make it today either. So, just so strange that he, on the way to us, he flew out. And what it was it's 2 groups of 4 jakes in here, and we saw both of them last Sunday. And one of the groups of jakes was just inside the woods here, and he doesn't like to be around them. So when he saw those jakes, he just pitched back up in a tree and strutted and waited and let them get out of sight. And we had to be really still and not touch a call. And when they passed, he pitched back down and came straight to us. Never touched a call after he flew up the second time.
After he flew up, I knew he.
Oh yeah, you couldn't have made a call. If you'd have made a call, he'd have known you weren't a hen. You did exactly right. You couldn't touch that call.
There wasn't a turkey down here. He'd be nervous.
Yeah.
So.
That was awesome. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. This is pretty. Did he gobble in the tree while we were looking at him up here?
Once. I think it was a goose flew over or something. I think he gobbled once in the tree.
I was trying so hard to be still. I was getting beat up by mosquitoes.
And you were kind of stuck out in the road because we were expecting him to come up from the left. We weren't expecting him to come down the road. We were expecting him to come through the woods because he was roosted so close. And when he flew up in that tree, I was really nervous about you.
I was sticking out like a
being on the side of that pine, yeah.
And anytime I'm like out beside a tree instead of laid up against it, to where the turkey's looking at me, I'll be laying up against the tree, but the turkey will come up from the side. I just try to act like a stump and like condense myself and try to be like a log or something.
Yep. Mind power.